This program is designed to provide general information with regards to the subject matters covered. This information is given with the understanding that neither the hosts, guests, sponsors, or station are engaged in rendering any specific and personal, medical, financial, legal, counseling, professional service, or any advice. You should seek the services of competent professionals before applying or trying any suggested ideas.
So I'm excited about this show. I've been looking forward to this for a long time. I say that to most shows because it is absolutely true. But this one is special. And this one is special because it's about artists. It's about art. It's about wine. It's about art collectors. I'm starting to become one. Howard is already one. I love these artists. I love their work. I love Rebecca as that author. This is going to be fun. So here we are, Brian Sebastian, Movie Reviews and More. And we are streaming worldwide on over 100 outlets. Pandora, iHeartRadio, Spotify, you name them on that. And also streaming on Worldwide TV Network, WomenOnTV.tv, iTube 247 out of Franklin, Tennessee, and now it is 7,800,000 views out of Franklin, Tennessee. And I have to mention Country Box in Nashville, Tennessee. Jimmy Adams would be upset if I didn't talk about that. That's tonight in Nashville, Tennessee, Howard. I don't think you're a boxing fan, but if you are, tell him we sent you, and Jimmy will let you in. Jimmy's huge. So when it comes to this, I'm excited about my co-hosts. I couldn't do this without the women. It really is about the women. And I really do treasure the women, all we have, because it's about that. It's about the artists. It's about the environment. It's about tonight drinking. It's also about, even if you don't drink it, drink a can of grapefruit or water for all I care. I don't care. But this is exciting because all the way from Houston, Texas, and I'll be there tomorrow, Chef Rachel Roberts. She's an influencer in all ways. She's already eating and she's already having bourbon. So, I don't know if I'll have bourbon tomorrow, but I might be forced to. But I'll go with it because I'll be in Houston. So this is the other thing. So Nashville, Tennessee, from Brentwood, the one and only, the dapper, actor, dancer. And Howard, I put up 2 more of your dancing videos. One got 2,010 seconds. The other one got 293 in 11 seconds. So again, they love you. They love your dancing. We'll keep that going, and we have something coming from him today. So, from Sherman Oaks, California, and Cherry looks good, and she had a great weekend. I was very, very happy that my friend got a chance to go out with the girls because she needed that. There's a lot of chaotic things going on in the world, so we've got to have shows like this. So when it comes to Carol Holt, I like this. I have not met Carol yet, but I have a feeling I've had her wine. I really do. The more I was thinking about stuff, not only is it award-winning, I love the fact that she picked the right company, the right property. And I can't wait to hear about going from Hollywood, running to Malibu, finding that great property to grow those grapes, because that's important to have that right soil with the right grapes and everything like that, and being an award winner when it comes to that. And it's all about helping those families. And we can't leave out the Canadians. So this is about the artist. Howard, you will love this. So Rebecca Rose Taylor, author, art director, Gallery Perkins. I love what she does. We've become kind of close. I like the fact that I can call Canada and she picks up the phone. And I love the artists because there's a bunch of great artists out of there that I can't wait to bring on. This is only part 1 of this because we got another one in a month later, don't we, Rebecca? And
yes,
she didn't
October
come by herself.
24th.
See? Not kidding. We are in the 3rd week of February of next year on our bookings. We're going straight through the year. We don't stop or anything. So Fay Gallery, I like the fact that she's come on. I like the fact that she's Canadian. I love her work. And then we got Rachel B. over here. I like that she's great. That painting in the back, that's one of my favorite ones. When I saw that back in February, I'm like, we got to have her on. This is spectacular stuff. And I knew Howard would like some of this since he's that art collector and I'm just in the beginning stages. And last but not least, I can't forget Natasha Rumbos, vocally Tosh. I can't do a lot of this stuff without her. She creates our flyers. and she does a great job that is, and I'm so proud of what she's doing. And I want to, Howard, you'll like this, and Terry, you'll know this too. I want to get her into Art Basel from Miami. I'm not going. She can go for us, and that's what it's all about. So welcome to Movie Reviews and More, everybody. And our numbers, I'm changing everything at the end of October. Everything will be scrapped. We'll have everything new going on. Everything's in a work in process right now. So Howard, you'll be in there. So with this going on, let's start here. Carol Hoyt, let's talk about your vineyards. Why did you run from Hollywood, go all the way to the Malibu, create something that's wonderful, sustainable, and now you've got a couple other things going on? Show us this bottle of wine first. Which one are you going to show us first?
This is our Cabernet.
Hold that up just like this. Let's talk about this. Was that the first one that you made, would you say?
Well, the actual first wine I did make was a Cabernet in my kitchen. When my husband and I were first married 35 years ago, we moved from New York to San Francisco. And we used to go up to Napa, and we stayed on a working vineyard. We were like, we want to do this one day. And then I'm an actress, and we were living in Hollywood, and when we decided to have children, we decided to raise our kids in Malibu. And at that time, they just started planting vineyards. So we said, let's find a piece of property where we can grow grapes or, walk to the beach. And we ended up finding this piece of property that was perfect for growing grapes. I saw there was a vineyard across from us. I see these people over there, and I'm like, hey, who are you? I want to plant a vineyard. So next thing a couple months later, we broke ground, and 3 years later, I was like, I'm going to have a lot of grapes next year. I better figure out what I'm doing. And I made my first wine in the kitchen with my then 3-year-old daughter, which is Cabernet. And now we grow all of our own grapes. We have ranches are based up in Paso Robles, which is Central California. Yeah. And we're micro wineries that I'm sure Rachel Roberts knows. So we're a very small winery that we only do anywhere from 800 to 1,200 cases a year. And it's very creative, and we're award winning. We've twice won Micro Winery of the Year. And we just find us like at the farmer's market in Malibu, because that's about it. And we just love meeting people and having people taste our wines and sharing them, which we like to say our wines pair best with friends. So yeah.
Have you been in any of the wine festivals? Like, I go to the wine festival every year up in Santa Barbara. So I was wondering if you guys have ever participated in that.
We've done a lot of the festivals. I don't do the really, really big ones anymore because I like to do the smaller ones where you really get to talk to people, because a lot of those big ones just become, what kind of wine you got? Oh, it tastes good,
No, it's about helping the small family ones. Those are the important ones, especially how you started. It's about your story. And talking about the story, I want to go to Rebecca real quick. Rebecca, talk about this. You're that author. You're that art director. I found you at the LA Art Show. And that will be coming up sooner than you think, because time is just flowing. We only got 3.5 months of the year left. Talk about your books. Let's talk about the artists, because I didn't make it to Canada this year, and I wanted to be on that jury to talk about some of your artists that you brought along with you. And I just love the work. And as I was picking some of these things out that you were showing me, I was thinking of Howard. I was thinking, would Rachel like this? Would Terry like this? Would Tosh like this? Because you never know if you're going to get in the art. What goes with art? Champagne and wine, right, Carol?
Absolutely. You can't have an opening without a good bottle of bubbles.
Yeah. Rebecca, let's talk about the girls from Canada. Go ahead.
Yes. So when we had we called it the Salon Empreinte d'Or, and Brian was on our jury for that. So he helped us select the artists that were going to be part of the show. So he got to see all of pictures of their work in order to make the choice, because that was the only information we gave our jury, was the photos, because we really wanted them to choose based on the quality of the work. And so we have Fay here with us, and the things about her work is it's very original as far as the colors that she chooses, and we'll let her tell you more about that later. And we have Rachel, and she actually brought back a new collection of her work, which was actually the way that she started her art career. So that was really fun to have for our Salon Empreinte Dog as well.
Yeah. And I have no problem if you talk in French or English because we have that worldwide audience, which is great. So it doesn't bother me. Faye, let's talk about your artwork. Why do I like your work? And how did you start out as an artist?
I started 10 years ago in 2018. I grew up in the art world because of my dad. My dad painted, and he brought me to develop and to love art. So since I'm really young, and it's from his first exhibition that the next morning I woke up and I said I want to start painting. But we're two different worlds. And really, I do acrylic. He does oil. He does all houses and farm, and I do abstracts. So we're like two different worlds. And for me, painting comes with black, white, gold, silver. I love monochrome. And everything I do, if somebody asks me to create something, it's going to be those colors. So, and my work starting to start like that. And after that, I started doing exhibition, and I went to New York, I went to Italy, and Quebec, of course. I love our country, and I really do a lot in Quebec. But that's a little bit about me.
Rachel B., let's talk about you. I love the painting over your right shoulder. I love that, and that just sticks out in my mind, and I saw that. And again, I wasn't thinking about me. I was thinking about that one. I was thinking about Howard. I'm like, would Howard like this? What is he like? Because I'm not sure of what he likes. I just know he's that collector, and I never know what sticks out.
Okay, for me, my painting is very calme. Rebecca, tu vas m'aider un peu?
Yes, so her paintings are very calm, is what she wants you to know.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Ça vient vraiment m'apaiser. C'est my true of life. It's my passion. And c'est ça.
I can tell about the passion, Rebecca. I mean, that's when I see that, I automatically stop. I'm like, I like that. And if people have anxiety, depression, and things like that, art kind of calms you down. Not kind of, it does, doesn't it?
Tu peux m'aider, Rebecca?
Yes, so art can be very calming, especially like when you can go into an art gallery or space and look at it. Sometimes even just browsing online, although seeing it in person is always so much better because you get all the textures and the full depth of the painting then. But it's really like you can go at your own pace, like as long as you're not headed off to do work or something. But if you can go at a time that you can just really take your time and appreciate all the work, it's really special.
Yeah.
Quickly, Tosh, tell them who you are.
Yes. Hello. Also, I wanted to say before I introduce myself, Rachel, the same drawing that that Brian was telling, that the one in your right shoulder. What is that? Is that like a plant, or it's I'm
a
trying
tree.
to figure out.
This is my tree or my flower with the vase.
Oh,
It's a
wow,
tree
very.
vase, for me, it's just a tree with. Je dis, Rebecca, en arrière, c'est comme une chute ou quelque chose comme ça. J'utilise beaucoup de textures et je glisse beaucoup ma peinture pour que ça soit le plus calme possible.
So she has like a waterfall or something behind her in that one.
Oh, okay.
Tosh, you
I was
like it,
like,
huh? It's
I love it.
beautiful.
I was trying to understand what she was saying. I was like, yes. And I'm like, wait, this is not English. I was like, so like
Is that
wow,
oil?
beautiful.
Is she using oil or acrylic?
Acrylic medium in modeling paste for a 3D with the spatule. Tu peux lui dire que c'est comme juste du
Spatula.
C'est ça, exact.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
And
Well,
Faye, is that your piece
Sorry
behind
to my
you?
English.
Yes,
No, don't
Those
worry
are-
about it.
those are all
Wow.
like you see. There's a lot of black, white, and gold
Beautiful.
painting.
Wow. I love the bird ones. Oh, those
Thank
are
you.
nice. Oh, and the horse. Wow. Yeah. Wow.
I love it.
It's like-
movement. So it's,
Yes.
one
I feel
of
like
my
it's
new,
moving.
creation, and it's transparent.
Oh,
So
beautiful.
it's like a lady with a butterfly, but it's transparent.
That almost looks like Rachel Roberts.
A lot of talent on this screen.
Yes. So let me introduce myself. Sorry, I had to tell that to Rachel because I was like, wow, amazing. So I'm Natasha Rumbos. Well, they call me vocally Tosh, but I'm an urban Latin reggaeton singer. I started my career 3 years ago in the pandemic. It was like my time to like really set foot into what I want to do and what makes me happy, and that is music and creating all these energetic beats with lots of different flow. I love to experiment Brazilian funk, dembo, bachata. I love kind of digging a little bit into everything in the Latin genre. So fast forward to where we are present now. Currently, I'm still working on new music. I have a song that I will be releasing on November, hopefully. But right now, I have my latest single. It's called Hangyar. I took it out during the summer, and it's a very summer pop. You kind of look at the video, hear the song, and you're like, oh man, I'm in Miami. Like you know you are in Miami when you listen to my latest single, Hangyar. And I've been a co-host of Brian for about 3 years. We met in the pandemic, actually. And I've had a lot of beautiful memories with my music and with Brian. I've gone to Times Square because of Brian to perform with Wonderama. I've gone to Vegas to perform because of Brian. So Brian has done a lot of beautiful and amazing things, has connected me with really amazing people that have, pushed me a lot in my career. And right now I'm just, creating music and enjoying myself and enjoying the journey. And I'm just very happy that, Brian has guided me so well in these past 3 years. So that is me. Oh, and also I do a radio show in Rochester, New York. It's part of La Mega. You can hear me every Sunday from 4 to 8, kind of hyping up the airwaves in Spanish.
And you know what? I got a bunch of great things coming for her. I'm starting to work on Miami now. I'm not going. This is all for Tosh. She represents us in Florida. That's how I look at it. Chef Rachel Roberts, Roberts Recipe. All right. So you were eating barbecue, and you were drinking your bourbon. And so talk about this photo, first of all. Go ahead, Rachel. Uh-oh, did we lose her? Oh, there she goes.
Okay, so I've been with Brian for a few years. We started in the pandemic around then, and I love Brian too. He's a really, really great guy. He's got a good heart. He's actually staying with Jimmy, my director, rock star director, who's shooting my cooking show. I have a cooking show. I also have a morning show called Coffee Talk. I cook, but I do a lot more. I also work I work with Fox News. Writing a book called Eat Clean, Drink a Little Dirty. I'm a little weird. I'm a little fun. You can see me every morning. Rachel Roberts Recipes. Find me. Girls, I love all your stuff. Brian, I can't wait to see you tomorrow. I will pick you up from the airport.
Fun. I'm going to talk about that.
And it's going to be Brian. So we went to a fundraiser.
Yeah,
okay.
It'll be fun. Well, I'm going to talk about that in a minute. All right, so Terry Marie, let's go to you next, and then after that, Howard.
Oh, hi, I'm Terry Marie. I've been with Brian since 2014 or 15. It's been a long time. I do red carpet hosting, interviewing celebrities on the red carpet. I'm also an actress. I'm going to be in 2 rock videos coming up for Wicked Star. I'm also a fitness athlete. I've competed in Fitness America. I was Miss Bikini LA. I won Muscle Beach. I've won several NPCs competitions. I guess maybe in the next shows I need to highlight all the trophies I've won, because when I moved I didn't realize how many trophies I had. Also, I'm going to be starting my own podcast here soon, just about women over the age of 45 in their 40s and 50s, and how to kind of take care of themselves, dealing from everything from fitness, makeup, and even stuff with dealing with stuff I'm dealing with right now with my mom who has got dementia, which has been really challenging. So I want to try to use that to help other people because, life is not all fun and games. And sometimes, people, I went to actually to San Diego this weekend and was talking to some of my girlfriends, and they're like, you really need to talk about this because a lot of people are dealing with this kind of stuff and they don't know what to expect when it happens. And I never really thought about that. So I was thinking, well, maybe I can help other people when they're dealing with like elderly parents. And I do have a degree in psychology. So I don't know, I was going to bring that across to you, Brian, but it just kind of hit a light bulb into me that, I would not only with fitness, but I'd like to help people with that kind of stuff too.
And we'll get that going within the next 3 weeks. We'll get that going. Howard Wiggins, let's talk about what room you're in, number 120, and what that hat is. That hat is fascinating to me, and what you're wearing. And he is the art collector at Movie Reviews and More. I got a long way to go to catch up to Howard.
Oh, well, listen, I've been an art collector since I was 16. I remember my first painting was a ship. I looked at it and I thought it said $50. When I went back to get it, it was $150. But I came up with the money anyway and bought it. But I ended up selling it for a lot more than I paid for it. But and then I've been with Brian for about a year. My father was Little Wiggins, played the guitar, and I'm getting recognition now. I was at work and somebody saw me and said, "You look familiar," and they saw me in the new Elvis documentary coming out, and I'm in the trailer of it. So that's coming out. A little later on the show, I think Brian's going to run a ship on the new music video I did. I was in another music video with Jack White that got over 3 million.
Howard knows everybody.
Yeah, that's true. But anyway, I just celebrated my 70th birthday. So it's actually
happy birthday.
September 15th, but I just celebrated it. Let's see what. I wanted to ask Fay, that painting that you did, was that on glass or plexiglass? What was that?
Yes, it was on plexiglass, but I do on glass. I love to discover texture. I do on metal, so the one that you see, it's on metal. So I just have fun, and everything I see, I do a lot of I do to eat on it, plates. I do glasses. I have fun to discover. So everything I do, I try to do it on anything I see. So I can do it on a chair, a fridge. So I'm just having fun on everything.
Actually, I went to an art gallery this last week, and it was Ed Nash from Nashville. He had his whole car painted like his artwork. It was abstract, the whole thing was. So, I mean, anywhere around town, you'll know it's him because it looks like his art. And then he had a jacket same way. But one thing I look for when I do buy art, I like to create. I think the hardest part about art is doing something that hasn't been done before. So the creativity is so much more important to me than what it is, Yeah. So to do something that's not done before, that's hard,
Yeah.
So hats off to you for doing that.
Hey, Faye, show that piece of art again.
Yes, of course. Of course.
And just leave that there, just like that. To me, Rachel, that looks like you.
Rachel's
like, I don't see it.
Rachel Boisvert.
Rachel Robert.
I don't know. There's two Rachels. Who are you talking to?
Yeah.
I don't know. Rachel and I, we kind of look alike.
Yeah.
You can go either way.
Exactly. Carol, talk about this. Is your wine in Nobu in Malibu?
Not in Nobu. It's in Cafe Habana. It's in Christie's, but it's in Lucky's, but not Nobu. Because he does his own private label.
Yeah.
So
talk about this photo right here. I love this photo. That one. I love this photo. This just says warm, inviting to me.
Well, that is. Thank you. That's our tasting room in Paso Robles, which, if you don't know where Paso Robles is, it's right central California. So it's right in the middle of the state, and it's real cowboy country. And so we have a little tasting room downtown that's kind of got a beach vibe to it. Since we started in Malibu, because all tasting rooms are usually brown, with barrels. And so I'm like, no barrels. We've got a surfboard on the wall, which is actually done by an artist friend of mine. And it's small, but we like to be very inviting. I'd like to make wine really approachable. Like, there's no bad questions, and there's always a lot to learn, whether you don't know anything about wine or you know a lot about it. And everybody's got different
this photo
palates.
right here.
That's at the Vineyard, and we like to say our wines pair best with friends, because I think, I like to make wines that you can just sit and have a glass of wine with your friends and then sit down to dinner, and I don't care if you're eating chicken or fish or whatever it is, it's still working for you. And then put your feet up and listen to Brian's podcast, and it's all good.
Hey, Rebecca, talk about Art Gallery. What's happening with Gallery Perkins and everything like that and the other artists?
We're also actually right now looking at a very strong possibility of moving next year into a church about 20 minutes from where our location is right now. Because it's a church, there's just a few steps that it has to go through. So we're just waiting for the final okay from one of the government organizations in order to know that we can go ahead with that plan.
So Rebecca, you're doing the posters for your exhibits. Is that
So
right?
yeah, I do like our social media for our gallery. I'm the one who is at our gallery while we're open, because we do a lot of shows outside of the gallery, and Danny, the owner, is also an artist, so he is busy working on his pieces as well. Because we also just recently, he's been doing a few fundraisers with different foundations with his fingerprints. Sculptures, because we did the most recent one that he did a few weeks ago. He gave it to Pierre Bruno, who is a very well-known host on French television.
And Gary and Danny's actually a farmer also.
Yes. That's where his roots came from, and we see that in a lot of his art, but he's evolved a lot as well since he started, and so it could really go anywhere. Like, there's nothing that's unimaginable.
He's a great artist. He's fabulous. Really,
he is very, very good.
Does is incredible. Really. I have 3 pieces of him in my house.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Hey, Rebecca, real quick, talk about your books that Rebel was flashing. Talk about those, because that's important, because you're that author also, and you took the time to write children's books, which are I like children's books.
Yes, so I have 3 children's books. This one is one of my favorite ones, I think, that I've done so far, because it's got kind of a mystery to it, as well as the animals in the barn tried to figure out where the egg came from. I won't give away where it comes from, but it's not from a chicken.
That's funny.
Spoiler alert.
This one is about a child trying to figure out what the best pet is to take to a pet show. So they go all through the pros and cons of each pet. So it's kind of fun if a family is thinking about getting a pet as well, to kind of things to think about. And this one is the sequel to my novel that I wrote, and it's for like adolescents or adults have enjoyed it as well. And that's the first one. And the Moderna has nothing to do with the pandemic. I actually started that series like 20 years ago. And this is my most recent one, and it is about the little girl named Genevieve and the unicorn that she meets when she's going out to pick flowers for her mom.
Rachel B., talk about your art and why you would love to have people buy your art. It's inviting. Tosh said why she liked it. I said why I like it. I love what that means, especially this one I hear. Talk about this again for the audience and how they can reach out and purchase your art.
Okay, I understand you say, so I speak in French, okay? Rebecca, s'il te plaît, tu vas pouvoir me transférer.
Oui.
Dans le fond, ce que je crée, c'est vraiment quelque chose qui relaxe et tout ça. Ça, je l'ai dit tout à l'heure, mais c'est vraiment, j'adore rencontrer les gens, j'adore être avec les personnes, j'adore vendre des tableaux parce que c'est quelque chose de très valorisant en tant qu'artiste, de tout l'effort qu'on peut mettre. Le fait d'utiliser des couleurs très vives, moi, c'est beaucoup le rouge, le orange, le bleu. J'aime beaucoup m'éclater. J'adore plusieurs médiums. J'essaie vraiment d'utiliser le plus de médiums possible. Et j'aime ça, faire parler de moi. Faire parler de mes œuvres, de parcourir le monde avec mes œuvres.
So Rachel loves to be able to travel with her work and to share them with people and to have meaningful conversations with the people who come to see them. And it's really special when someone buys a painting because art is so special in the sense that people need to fall in love with it to want to buy it. And so you know when someone is choosing a piece that it's something really special to them.
Merci beaucoup.
Merci beaucoup.
So, Tosh, talk about this. You're starting to see something that you like in the art. Something tells me you're going to be in the art world too. Not only singing it, but maybe buying it in the future. You
Honestly,
just don't know.
I think so because since I'm in the move to move out soon, I love having just colorful things on the wall, like frames. Art. So I think I'm gonna head over to toward Howard, because I don't understand art a lot, but I'm just intrigued by all the different type of art that there is, and it's really fascinating, and it kind of brings such a vibrant light into your home when you have a nice portrait or drawing or painting. I honestly envy all of you that can draw because I can only do little stick figures, but it's really, really amazing to see that out in the world. So thank you guys for sharing that with us and, your emotions and your talent. You Rachel, Fay, you guys are amazing. And Carol, you bringing that wine in. I know probably in a lot of showings of art, I've seen people walking around with drinking some wine and really getting in touch with the art. So Carol, do you do that? Do you offer collaborations with maybe some art places where you can also showcase your wine as well?
Oh, absolutely. And it's funny because a lot of people will look at art and they're like, well, I don't know where I'm going to put it. And I think if you find a piece that you love, I'm like, take it home, and then you'll find a home for it. And it makes you feel so, and I'm sure you know this, Howard, so happy when you see it. It fills you with joy every time you see that piece of art, that you remember where you bought it or the experience that you had when you had it. But in answer to your question, Natasha, yes, we do, we do wine openings and things, especially for locals, and, and it's a great way to collaborate, two really creative avenues.
Thank you.
Chef Rachel Roberts, I was just going right to her. Talk about what it was like for you to go over to Fox. Tell that story. How much fun was that to meet your new guy right here?
Rachel, congrats on that, because I was like, yes, Rachel. I love that. I'm so happy that you have that opportunity now.
Yes. Okay, so that's Ruben Dominguez. He does all the entertainment for Fox 26 News over here in Houston. And he's a fan of mine for my show Coffee Talk. So he reached out to me and he said, I really want you to come and join me because I do this thing called Restaurant Week. And I want you to join me on some fun stuff. We'll be a coffee shop. We'll do some coffee stuff. So that's how I started. And then he said, okay, Rachel, I think you need to be involved more with Fox. And I said, oh, good. Can I be a weather girl? And no, because I've always wanted to be a weather girl. And he's like, no, we're not going to put you on the morning stuff because we don't know what's going to come out of your mouth. We're going to put you on the nighttime stuff where you can say anything. So they did. That's what they did. They put me on this show called Nightcap. They had a bartender and serving drinks, and we talked with these other women about talking to your children about birds and bees, which I have two kids, and honestly, we didn't really talk about that. I was like, oh, they'll figure it out. Like, that was, I mean, and these women that I was on with, they were all like, oh no, we talked about it when they were infants. Like, I'm going to clean your penis. Okay, no, I didn't do any of that. I didn't do any of it, and I guess I should have, but we didn't. Anyway, I had a lot of fun working with Fox News. They'll probably call me back soon. I know they will, because I have so much energy. And they're the Carolina, yeah, she's the main host for Night. The name of the show is Nightcap. It'll be in October if you want to see it. But if you want to see me, I do every morning. I have a show called Coffee Talk, and there I am. That's this morning, actually. That was this morning. Yeah, so I have a lot of fun. Life is fun. Brian is coming tomorrow. Brian, do you want to talk about our little? Yeah. Okay, so Brian is coming here. Yep. Brian's coming here tomorrow, and we are going to a really fancy fundraiser for these two women that we had on Movie Reviews and More, Tammy and Tina, who they did a documentary on dogs, like rescuing dogs here in Houston. Beautiful women, they're twins, and Brian's become good friends with them, and they've included us in on this fundraiser at this really fancy hotel, so we can get all dressed up, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Friday.
Yeah,
Hi, Brian.
Yeah, you were breaking up a little bit. I think they got most of it. I'll fill in the blanks, but it was for a Houston pet set, Fierce and Fabulous Soiree, and it's sold out. This is their 20th year doing it. They've collected over $5 million. Last year they did $1 million out of that, and they want to beat that record this year. So I said, since it's in Houston, Texas, Rachel lives there, Angelica Robles is there, Nancy Potter is there, Trixie is there. I'm like, why can't the girls be involved in this?
Okay, if they need to donate and they're watching right now, how do they?
They need to go to Houston Pet Set.
Yeah.
And they can
Brian,
go to
how
that
do people
charity
donate?
and you can donate. The Houston Pet Set. You can go there and donate to that, and all that money goes to help all those unwanted. There's 1 million animals, mainly stray dogs, in Houston running around. So the girls every day, they go out. Tina and Tama and Linquish, go out every day with two of their other friends and find these stray dogs, check them on them. Not only stray dogs, but cats and things like that too. So that's what the fundraiser is, and it all came from being here on Movie Reviews and More, and the documentary is called For the Animals. And it's really important because it's not just in Houston, it's cross country. And we're all, I think we're all animal lovers. I know I am. I'm house sitting my friend Jimmy through Rachel, his dog. And those things are important for us, but you can do that. It's very, very important. And I gotta thank Laura Pinelli, McKay Simon, Tina Linquist, obviously, and Houston Petsmet and Lisa Tarrant. Exactly. So with this, Faye, I wanted to get to you really quickly, and then I want to go to Terry next before we run out of time. Talk about your art, why is it important, and what would make people buy your artwork? Because it sticks out.
Well, I think my art brings some sensation, brings some emotion. It talks the movement. A lot of people, when they look at my art, say, I bring some joy, and I bring some memories, and I bring some, like the horse that you just saw, that was true. The woman that bought it, this one, yes, the woman that bought it, it was for her daughter that fell off her horse. And she was sick for a year. They stay in the U.S., in Fort Lauderdale, and she couldn't come back to the Quebec City because she was too hurt. And she said to her mom, one day I'll go back on my horse. And that painting brought her back on the horse. That's what her mom told me. So it was really emotional. When people tell me their story when they buy my art, that really touched me and brings me to do more and push myself more.
See, and that's what it's about, isn't it, Howard?
Absolutely.
All right, Howard, before we get you, we got to go to Terry. So Terry's an artist too. She's still working on stuff behind the scene, but I like what she's doing, and I can't wait for her to show it when she's ready. So Terry, talk about this. Do you like art? And I know you like to draw. So all of a sudden your talent is coming out, but it's always been there. And I think of Tony Curtis and a few other people, those celebrities, all of a sudden in their later years, they started to create, whether it was photography or art. And I thought that was fascinating. I think you're one of those artists, Terry. Your stuff is really good.
I started drawing when I was a kid, though. I always took art classes. I mean, I always was into the arts. I was always into dance and drama, and I took acting classes, art classes. My parents had me like in everything. But I mean, my dad was an artist. That's how he started working at Walt Disney, because he actually did a series for Litton Printing, which is back in the 60s called The Little People. He also designed the stagecoaches, and I'll show my dad's artwork because I keep finding it, because I'm in my childhood house now. I keep finding my dad's artwork, and maybe one day I'll showcase it. Because my dad was very, very talented, and that's how he became, director of printing for Disney, and all the artwork that was okay for the printing presses went through my dad. I actually have some original Disney art. So, I mean, I guess became an artist by default, being around it my whole life, if that makes any sense. But a lot of my stuff is digital. My brother is like a gamer, and he likes for the spaceships and all that stuff, and he worked on Van Helsing. So, I mean, my brother kind of got more into the digital side of art, and I'm trying to find a book for my project. It's called Conspiracy Farm. They're animals, but it takes George Orwell, and I don't know if it's gonna age or state me, but George Orwell, Animal Farm, and all these different old books and animal characters in my home. So I have a whole series, and Brian's seen it, so I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do with it now, whether it be a piece where I bring it down, I don't know, and maybe paint the stuff I've done. I don't really know, because I've been doing so many different things, if that makes any sense. But I guess I'm trying to find a way to I've been drawing since I was born. So,
Give your social media, Terry.
My social media is Terry Marie Nonstop on all platforms. And then my website is Terry Marie Official, where you can find some of my pictures of some of my competitions and some of my older interviews that I did on the red carpet.
And Howard, so give your social media links, Howard, and then let's take a look at your video. All right,
Yeah.
Howard. So, and mention your Instagram too, because you always leave that out. People like you on Instagram.
I don't know my Instagram. You do it for me, but it's just Howard Wiggins Facebook.
Howard at Howard Wiggins at Instagram. I know it, but really on his Facebook. He's strongest on Facebook.
Yeah, always on Facebook.
And you got to talk about that hat. Talk about that hat while we're.
This hat's going to be in the video. When you watch the video, I wore it today because of that. So, it's a steampunk hat. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
I could totally wear one of those hats when I go off to festivals.
I have one of those hats.
Oh, what happened?
Oh,
I don't know.
it's just a teaser. Howard.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's a hot man.
Wow. That was. When does that come out?
Pretty soon. We're supposed to be out in 2 weeks. That's the teaser. Of course, that's only 30 seconds, but the video's a lot longer than that. So it took us about 3 or 4 hours to shoot the thing, though.
Who's singing?
Pardon?
Who's singing?
It's you'll have to watch the video.
All right, lovely Tosh.
Howard all along.
Give your social media links and what you're doing Sunday.
Yes. Wait, hold on. What am I doing Sunday?
Tosh, did you freeze?
I don't know. No. Am I still here?
Your show.
Can you hear me? Wait, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Your
Yes.
show,
Okay.
your
Okay.
show.
So, oh, okay.
I can hear you. You
I
froze,
was like,
but we can
I
hear
thought
you.
it was like some event, and you like threw me off. But you can guys, you can follow me at Vocally Tosh on all social media platforms. On Sundays, you can hear me on La Mega 97.5. You can download the app La Mega 97.5 from 4 to 8. You'll be hearing me on the radio with all your salsa, your reggaeton, your bachata, all your groovy music. And also listen to my newest single, Hangyar. There's new music coming in a couple of months, way before the year ends. So you'll be having new music from Tosh Baby, but that is my newest single. Check out the music video on YouTube. You can find it through my website, natasharumbosmusic.com.
And Tasha started to break up a little bit, but go to her website on the very bottom, natasharumbosmusic.com. And on Sundays, she's on the air. So that's good. Okay, so Rachel Roberts, get your social media links real quickly.
Rachel Ann Roberts for Facebook, Rachel Roberts Recipes for Instagram, TikTok, and website, Rachel Roberts Recipes. And then, watching the morning's coffee talk, or, just Google me, I guess.
Rebecca.
Yes, so for the gallery, on Facebook, it's under La Gallery Perkins, or Instagram, it's at Gallery Perkins. And mine, Facebook, it's Rebecca Rose Taylor, author. And for Instagram, it is at Rebecca Rose Taylor _author.
Right, and she had a problem with her Instagram, so please follow them. They have beautiful stuff. Faye, Instagram, your social media links.
Yes, I have www.faygallery.com. I have on Instagram, that's Fay_.gallery.com. And I have Facebook, that's Fay Gallery, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, we lost Brian. So, Carol, you're next.
I am at Hoyt Family Vineyards for all social medias, and also hoytfamilyvineyards.com to find our website. And then I think my personal Instagram is at Carol Hoyt, or it might be at Carol_Hoyt. I'm bad about it, but for Hoyt Family Vineyards, please look us up online at www.hoytfamilyvineyards.com. And I have to tell you, what a wonderful group of energy you all have.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Positive, life-affirming, wonderful energy.
Thank
And Natasha, I bet you never smile.
Oh, I'm always smiling every time. So I'm a bartender. So when I I have a lot of guests that go like, wow, like we come here because of your energy and your smile. And I'm like, oh, you. I'm glad that I can share that with everybody and, give that. Sometimes we need that,
Yes.
So thank you.
And now the
Thank you,
internet
Brian,
is starting.
wherever you are.
Well, the internet is starting to get wacky right now too. So we got about a minute and a half left. So everybody gave their. Rachel B, did you give your social media links?
Yes. My website is the www.rachelboisvert.ca. C'est très dur à dire. Instagram, TikTok, artiste peintre, Rachel Boisvert.
And with that, Brian will say goodbye to everybody that's on here right now. But
Thank you, Brian, for having us.
Thank you. Thank you so much for being on our show. Thank you for sharing your talents with us, and hope to see you again, and wish you guys the best from the Movie Reviews and More cast.
And Brian, you want to wrap up?
Yeah, like I always say, hey, have a good night tonight. A better day tomorrow. You see someone out a smile, please give them one of yours because the world needs it. This is Brian Sebastian, Movie Reviews and More, and we will see you next week.